The pip is something I'm planning to develop that can provide the roots of an open source curriculum. It builds on from an online reporting system I invented to allow parents and other stakeholders to see learning and progress of my class as it happens. The pip is basically an interactive spider diagram that shows what an individual knows and what they need to do in order to progress. If you click on the white area, you'll see the criteria that need to be fulfilled in order for this individual to proceed with their data handling. They've also shown in the pink area that they already know what an obtuse and acute angle are, and have uploaded a clip that shows the learning that went behind them finding out. The great thing about a pip is that it can be flipped to link learning. Here, a child has written about a computer game they made. I wanted to make sure that they were doing purposeful writing that met the national literacy criteria. However, their motivation for doing it may well have been totally different. They could have been writing a storyline in order to get the Junior Game Maker pip and show that they know how to make a good computer game. When you start looking at a national curriculum based upon the pip, then things could start looking very different. A school might still need to fulfil its national literacy and numeracy requirements. However, science could be largely based upon fieldwork skills using a framework set out by experts in this field. Having an afternoon PE lesson at a local reservoir may be easy to justify when practical sailing skills can be linked to other curriculum areas such as numeracy. Most importantly, I like to think about how the pip would have an influence over my learning. I'd have loved to have been allowed to make a computer game based upon a topic covered at school. Any good teacher would have been able to use my motivation to develop my literacy at the same time. Over the holidays, I may have found out about the fundamental computing pip and got myself a cheap Raspberry Pi from eBay. Because it's not just schools that can access the pip shop, but individuals as well, it means that learning can start to happen anywhere and people can really start to pursue their interests and develop skills that will be very relevant to what they'll need in the future. So in summary, the pip, for those using it, is just like a collecting game, like an old I Spy book, but using technology to capture evidence, not just ticks. The local museum might make one to replace the questionnaire based upon prehistoric animals. Lego might issue them with the pneumatic digger set to encourage children to experiment with their own variations and upload pictures of them. Collecting pips would lead to rewards, a bit like a Blue Peter badge. The local museum might provide free administration to those who have recently completed their pip. Or Lego might provide an online pass once the Lego Digger pip has been achieved. And the reward might be to race virtual Lego diggers. For teachers, the pip could provide a framework to teach relevant skills whilst maintaining academic rigour. Schools could both be flexible and accounting for the learning experiences they provide, and the makeup of pips that they choose to teach to would differentiate between different styles of schools so parents get a real choice. Companies and organisations could have a real influence over the skills being taught by developing and making available different types of pip. And for the government, it could form the foundations of a truly open source curriculum. I will be developing the pip for further use of my class. However, I realise it will be a very ambitious project for the pip to fulfil its full potential. That is why I put together this clip to seek any support or guidance other organisations might be able to provide.